Dave, we're speaking ahead of Thursday evening's game against FK Partizan. What's your message and the mentality for the players going into this one?
Listen, firstly, I think it's a brilliant game to look forward to. We've gave ourselves a fantastic opportunity. And all the players are desperate to try and be, they want to play, they want to be involved, all looking forward to it. But from as far as I'm concerned, it's half time in the tie. There's a lot of football still to be played. We've seen that in the first leg, how aggressive they were, even going down to 10 men. They're a young side, they're full of energy, a lot of good technical players, so it'll still be a really tough test, we know that. So the mindset, the challenge to players is to try and address the game as if it's 0-0 and try and put a game plan together to go and win the game on the night.
Yeah, what do you expect from them? Do you expect them to come flying out the traps?
Similar to what we faced over there, so yeah, very aggressive from the start. I think the measure of that is clearly they're obviously 2-0 down on aggregate over the tie, so the onus is on them to come and score at least 2 goals. So with that, there needs to be some attacking threat. They went down to 10 men and still attacked in the exact same way, so they're a young side, a fearless side. I think we've seen that with a lot of quality within it. He made a few changes on Sunday night, which didn't affect their score. They still had a real positive result. So whatever 11 they play, we know it'll be a real challenging night, but one, as I've just said, the players should really look forward to. Take a lot of confidence from our European performances of late, but we need to replicate that level of performance. If we play to their levels of performance, I think we can have a real special night, but it will take a big effort.
Yeah, how important then do you think the first goal will be?
It's not so much the first goal, it's then what happens after that. Always. So even if we score the first goal, it's then, how do we react after that? How do they react after that? It's always about that, dealing with adversity or dealing with that, that mindset of taking your foot off the pedal then. So, which is why I'd always try and encourage the players to treat the game going into it as if it's 0-0. Now clearly as the game goes on, that can start to change subconsciously, so we need to be aware of that. But the challenge right from the kick-off is to try and go and win the game on the night. If we do that, we know we're in the next round. It's as straightforward as that. But as I've just said, we know the threats that we're going to face as well.
Yeah, it's virtually a sellout at Easter Road. Again, terrific backing, but that atmosphere will play a huge part, won't it?
It will. It's, firstly, a massive, can't speak highly enough of the fans. I know I have done for a number of weeks now, but to sell the stadium out again is an incredible effort. Never underestimate the power of the fans and how big an impact they'll have. They'll be the 12th man, as they were in the Michelin game. There was periods in that game where they had a lot of the ball and we had to stay in our shape, and they certainly got behind the players and spurred them on right to the very end. 119 minutes of that game, right behind the team, and then even at the final whistle. And I really appreciate what had actually happened in the game, and we're going to need them to be there right from the very start, which they will be. We know they will, because of the role they play and how important they are. And hopefully it can be another special night at Easter Road.
Just finally then, how are we looking in terms of team news?
So team news, the immediate ones was obviously Kieran limped off, but he's trained fully. He just had an impact on his ankle, which was obviously why he came off at the weekend, but no reaction to that, which is good. He trained today with no reaction, so that's positive. He's available. The one that's a bit touch and go is Jamie McGrath. Obviously went into the tackle that you'll have seen in the game. Played on, which was positive, and as a result of that, it stiffened up a little bit. We kept him out of the contact stuff this morning, but he was on the pitch, and we'll just see how that settles between now and kick-off. We'll give him every chance, but that's the beauty of having a strong squad. You can look towards that as well. We certainly won't be taking any risks, and he's one we'll just be monitoring just now. And then in terms of players coming back, really positive. Nicky Cadden's trained the last couple of days with no reaction, which is really positive. He's only been out for 10 days or so he'll be available for selection. And real positive news with Rudy coming back as well. He's trained a couple of times now, clearly been out for a significant period, so we're not going to rush that one, and we'll just see how he reacts between now and then, but might be available for some sort of squad involvement as well.
Excellent, good luck.
Thank you, cheers.